Hey guitar buddies, had a request for that Gary Numan classic, great song, and I've used a synth 9 pedal on that to try and get some of the sounds on synth on guitar. Okay, so I'll put the settings on the playthrough. Okay, so we're starting with just a classic 3-note riff, just F, E, C. Okay, so I'm just playing an F on 3 on the D string. Obviously the synth 9 pedal is giving me like a lower octave as well. E on 2 to 3 on the A string. F, E, C. Just that. And then just going to B flat, 1. Then playing F and B flat on top of that. So 1, 3, 3 on the A, D and G strings, and then leading back into the verse, I'm just playing B flat A. So on the G string, 3, 2, then your riff again. That's just that riff. Okay, and then you... So it's very simple. And then on the other bits where the other synths are coming in, I'm just playing single notes, which kind of matching the bass, the root of the bass notes. I don't want to play chords because it just gets too muddy, because I've got so much texture and kind of harmonics going on created by the pedal and the distortion. So I'm just really playing on those sections, just a G to an F, just single notes, just sustaining them. And then a C to a B flat. You'll see it on the playthrough. And then you're back into all that kind of stuff. And then at the end, just a G. Okay. So I'm really not playing... The main thing is that. Which is great, okay? But we've got lots of other synth bits which we'll take a look at next. There's a kind of synthy string part that comes in after the first electric guitar, and what I'm playing just at the start, leading into it, just an F to a B flat, 1 to 1 on the A string, and then the main melody is so I'm just outlining the G chord there, G, B, D, going to the 6th, the E, so I'm playing 5 on D, 4 on G, 3 on B, to 5 on B, then F on 6, E on 5, then jump down a string to C on 5, on the G string, then an F on 3 on the D string. And then second time, that's the same, F again, and then I'm playing an E and a G. So I'm playing 9 and 8 on G and B, to C and E, 5 and 5 on the same strings. And then an F and an A, 3 and 2. So it's 3 and 2 on the D and G strings. And then start again the same. And then this time go up to... So I'm now playing 10 and 10, F and A on the G and B strings. Then coming down the same, 9 and 8, 5 and 5. And then this time I'm playing 3 and 5, a fifth. F and C, so 3 and 5 on D and G, and then that goes to a G, And then in the next section, okay, there's another instrumental, but I'm keeping this sort of string bit going and just playing single notes, just do 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 do, just a C to B flat. So 5 to 3, and then you'll notice if you look at the playthrough, a bit comes in where we've got so here I'm playing E, F, E, C, A. Back to the C and B flat bit. It's a little kind of similar to what melody we played before. Just E, F, 5, 6, 5, 5, 2 on the B, the G strings. Then back to. So that's that little stringy section. So that section comes in again towards the end. I played it the same. It's all the same, except last two notes, just playing a single F to G, 3 to 5 on the D string, and the G again, and then going up to an octave. And then this melody to finish the song. So first time I'm playing so B, G, C, E, F, back to the start. So I'm playing 12 on the B string, to 12 on the G string, then to 13 on B. And 1, 2, 3, 4, back to B. So 12, 13, and then 12 on the B string. So 12, 13 on E, back to B. And then the second time, and all the rest of the times, just those notes get swapped. So it's so that time it goes, instead of E to F, it goes F to E, 13, 12, back to B, and just repeat. Just round and round. For the electric guitar part, I'm playing this melody. I've got a little bit of palm muting, so I'm resting my palm lightly just on the bridge. I'm playing A, G, so that's 14 and 12 on the G string, to E on 9. Okay. And then E, F, G, F, E, D, C. So it's 9, 10, 12, 10, 9 on G, then on D, 12, 10. 3 times. I'm going to B flat on 8 on the D string, C on 10, slide to D on 12, back to C on 10. Then E, F, E, D, C, 9, 10, 9 on G, 12, 10 on D. And then second time, slight change, that B flat again on 8. And then a D on 7 on the G string, F on 10 on the G string, to E on 9. That's the same as before. And then just a B flat to finish that section. And another. And the second time the electric guitar comes in, it's very similar. It's got this little extra trill in. So it's the same. Same, and then that's the same. That's the same. And then instead of playing, you play. So on 9, you do a quick hammer pull on 9, 10, 9. So that's just the. Yeah, again, 3 times on that. And then a similar trill on. So instead of, you've got that hammer pull again on 9 and 10. Yeah, so that's just a little variation there. Really just that little trill there on 9 and 10. Okay, so that's the electric guitar part. For this middle section over C to B flat, I've got the pedal set to a Moog sound and I'm playing C. For the middle section over C and B flat, I'm playing... So I've got the pedal set to a Moog sound, I'm playing 3, C there, and C an octave higher. So I'm playing 3 to 15, and 17 on the D string, a G, then a B, okay, on 16 on the G string, and then a B flat. So everything just 2 frets lower. So 1, 13, 15, 14. Back to the first one. And then second time on the B flat, same. A nice little note there that he kind of also uses in a similar way on Our Friends Electric. An E over that B flat there. So we've got 1, 13, 14 on G, 14 on D. Okay, and next we'll take a look at the bass. Okay, so for the bass I'm playing F, E, C. So I'm playing it all on the E string. I just like to play it that way. I could put it on E and A, but later on it's nice to have a little slide down that string, so that's why I'm playing it there. So if you want to do that, okay. But basically 1, open, 8. Just that. And then you go to a B flat on 6. Hit again. There's a little A flat to B flat, 4 to 6. B flat again, so on the intro. And then a little leading into the verse, a little slide down from a B flat on 13 on the A string, or anywhere kind of random, just sliding down and hitting that F, E, C. And adding a little so it follows the vocal a little bit. So I'm playing the same as before, but now just C, B, C, C. So 8, 7, 8, 8. And then we go to that B flat, so we're going 6, back to 8, so then F, E, D, C, 8, 7, 10, 8. So B flat, slide into a D on 10, back to 8. Then that again. And then just come down that, like before, like the B flat, 3, 4, 1, 2 bars of that. Then so just B flat A, 6, 5, leading you back into another verse. Okay, so you got the, and then same as before. So this time, little extra note there on the second time around. So B flat, I was just going before B flat to C, but this time I've got little optional note. If you miss it, it doesn't matter. But 6, 5, 8. They're all kind of the same. Then back to that. B flat. Then that B flat on 6, sliding down to a G. So for this next section, it's basically just G and F. on 3 and 1 on the E string, but with a little semitone F sharp there. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da. So 2 and 3. So bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-da. Open E to F. Usually open E as the lead note. Back to open E. Back to that G. So just using these notes as a little pivot. The second time you go to the F, you've got a little fill there. The only kind of complicated bit in it, you've got so basically you're going just those 3 chord tones of the F chord, F, A and C, but chromatically in between. So 1 on E, open A, B flat, B, so open 1, 2, and then 2, 3, open 1, back into a G. So sorry. Yeah. Then just single notes. F. Slide up. So the next section is basically just C to B flat. So I've got again a little chromatic. So 8 and 7. B flat. A little run to get you back to the C. So 6, 5, 6, 7, C. A little F, E, D to that B flat. So you just got 8, 7, 10. And just basically that. And then you're back into a verse. So it's just all the kind of same thing as before. And then you're back into all that. Again, there's a repeat of that. And then at the end, it's just all G. So it's boom. Little slide down. There's 1. So just at the end, it's basically just playing G with a little F. Leads you back into the bar. That kind of thing. So just all the way to the end play out is a G. So it's nice and easy and a great tune there. And as always, thanks for watching, buddies. Cheers.